All right, guys, so let's go ahead and hop into week 3. So I'm very excited to do this one. I'm more excited than week 1 or week 2, honestly, because we got some guys that people are going to be way more familiar with. Last week, I know a lot of you guys probably didn't know who Ezekiel Duran was or any of those guys, but this week, everyone's probably going to know most of these guys or at least have heard of them. So it will be at least easier for you guys to track, I'd assume. So you can see right here, Fernando Tatis Jr. Really, there's not much to say. A lot of people know right here that he was on the 60-day IL. He thought it'd be a good idea to ride a motorcycle, I guess, and I guess he fractured his wrist. So he, I believe he was diagnosed with a fractured wrist in March. You can see right here, just look at these stats right here. He has a where's his batting average? Career batting average of 292, a career WAR of 13.6. He has 81 home runs. And I didn't even see the 81 home runs at first. Honestly, he could possibly reach his 100th by the end of the year. I don't know. It might be a little late already, but that whenever players reach a milestone like that, it always works out. But really, just two things to say with this. This guy, I believe he was voted, I think he's like the 5th shortstop voted to make it to the All-Star game this year. That's the dude hasn't played. He hasn't played a single game all year. He hasn't made his debut. And people love him so much that they still voted him. I don't know if just everybody decided to do it as a joke or if there's some hidden Fernando Tatis Jr. fan page that just took over everything. But that already says enough. People love the guy, and he's going to come back and people are going to go nuts. That's really all I have to say here. Stats just prove he was a one-time All-Star, two-time Silver Slugger. He's not the greatest at fielding, but he's an insane hitter. When he comes back, people are going to be like, oh, look, Tatis is back. I'm going to buy his cards. So you'll have no issue selling. The only thing that I would say is just don't go too high. For example, I was looking at a Topps Chrome rookie card, PSA 10. Actually, today I was looking at it, and it went up to, I believe the auction ended at $104. I didn't get it, but I was I'm just being careful to make sure that I'm not going too high. So then when he comes back, you have $10 to work with to resell. So I would say buy Fernando Tatis right now. Just make sure you're not getting way too high so you still have room. So definitely Tatis. I'd say he would be a great investment. Let's hop on to Blaze Jordan. How about that? So Blaze Jordan has been one of my favorite players for a while. I used to watch him when he was like in high school, honestly, when all these YouTube channels had it. I thought he would be a stud when he is. He just won the minor league player of the week, I believe. That was 2 weeks ago he won that. You can see his 2022 minor league stats. He has an average of 310, an OPS of 870, 8 home runs, which is kind of surprisingly low. And where's his RBIs? 42 RBIs. And I'm surprised he has 2 stolen base. So 314 career hitter. This kid is he's just raking, just waiting to get called up. So he's going to get called up soon, I bet. And if not, it might be a long-term hold. Some of these, I know I do the recap at the end of every week, but some of these you just want to see, you want to hold on to them. So make sure you're watching at the end of the month for it, because Blaze Jordan, I feel like he'd be a good long-term hold, but he could also get called up somewhat soon, I believe. You can see he's 19 years old, batting 314 in his career. He's only had 366 career at-bats. He's in single A. I mean, he's going to get called up. It's just a matter of time, and people are going to go crazy on that. And I'll show you the stats later, too. I have some of his cards right now, and they are crazy low. I believe his first Mojo auto, or not auto, first Mojo first. No, what am I saying? His Chrome First Mojo card, if you can track that, what I'm saying, is going for less than $10 right now. That one will probably be a $50 card by the end of the year. I would not doubt that. Maybe early next year. So I believe he's a long-term hold, but I believe Blaze Jordan is going to be a beast, and he's a good investment. So let's hop on to our last guy. So this guy is more of a prospect guy. Corbin Carroll, some of you guys may have heard of him. He is currently on the Diamondbacks AA team. I'm excited for the Diamondbacks in the future. I think Jordan Lawlor and I think Corbin Carroll are going to be studs. You can see right up here, he is the 13th ranked prospect out of 100. And his last 10 games, if we want to look at this, scroll over. In his last 10 games, he's batting .308. That's very good. And down here, you can see he has 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and he has, look at this, he has 4 triples. This is what caught my eye a lot. Friday, triple. Saturday, triple. Sunday, triple. He had a crazy Friday, Saturday, Sunday last week. So I think people are going to get really, really interested in buying into him soon. You can see he's a lefty. That's always a good thing. It doesn't change a ton, but sometimes people like to go after lefties. He's 21 in AA. He's still pretty young, but I think he's going to be a stud, and I think he'll get called up to AAA somewhat soon also. So a young AAA guy, and if he's getting triples, that shows he's fast too. So I'm really excited about Corbin Carroll. Out of all of these 3 guys, I'd say Tatis would probably be the best short-term investment. Blaze Jordan would be the best long-term investment, and Corbin Carroll would be a great medium investment, I guess. So that's going to go ahead and cover it for this part, and we're going to go ahead and move on to everybody's favorite part, my favorite part, looking at the charts. All right, guys, so I know it didn't get into depth a ton on the stats. I mean, it kind of just shows if there's a guy batting over 300 that they're going to be good. There's really not much to prove, so we're going to hop over here, and we're going to look at their cards and what people have been buying, when they've been selling, all that kinds of stuff. So you can see here, Tatis has all kinds of cards. He has his first paper, his paper rookie, his chrome, his paper. I like this one, the home field advantage is pretty cool. All these cards are Tatis, but I'm going to look at this one over here. I actually used to own the raw version of this, and that's going to help me prove something too. So I'm actually really surprised in the past 7 days it's trending down 4%. You can see that right here because it's July and Tatis is supposed to come back after around All-Star game break, and like I said, I believe people are going to go crazy. So this is the one I actually tried to go after today. I can show you the sale probably. Okay, I don't know where the sale was, but if we look at the charts, we'll hop over here. You can see it is down a ton. It has been up to 135 and it's been as low as 94. That's as low as it shows. Right now it's kind of in the middle trending down, and that's for the PSA 10. Recent sales, it's not crazy expensive. One sold for 119, 105, 106, 90, and 110. In my opinion, I would try and go after one of these 90s, try and snipe an auction, something like that. I would not go after any of the 9s or 8s or anything. Never go after anything lower than a 9, in my opinion, because they're just 10s is what everyone wants to look for. Selling a 9 it's all right because there's a lot of 9s out there, but selling an 8 just means you're selling a card in bad condition. So you can see they got pretty good offers. You can make an offer for 119, but I would chase after those auctions and see if you can get anything good. I believe in about probably 3 to 4 weeks, so about a month, maybe a little less, this card will be closer to 200. So that might be a crazy prediction. You guys might think I'm insane for that, but at the end of the month, we'll have the recap and we'll see if I was right. But it's Tatis, how could you go wrong? So you can see here, they're all going for a little pricier. No, we're not going to look at that. Recent sales, they kind of been a little all around the same thing. This one's been a little lower right here, this 90. And then the charts are all over the place. So this is what it looks like with the trendy player. So I recommend Tatis for holding for about a month. All right, so checking out Corbin Carroll. This is actually a sick card. I love these. I don't know if this would be called, the Sapphire. So these Sapphire cards are the cracked ice. They're always so cool. I don't know what anybody else thinks about them, but I'd even just pick this card up just for looks, to be honest. So we're going to look. You see Corbin Carroll. This is his first, and it's his Sapphire. In the past 7 days, it is up 5%. And that's probably because he hit all those triples. He was having amazing at-bats. And you can see it started going up because it was going down 5% in 30 days. For his PSA 10, by now you can get it for 180, and then it says a bunch of bad deals down here. But this is proving that people think he's worth more. It's just no one thinks it's a good deal yet. We'll look at recent sales. It's been around 147, 165, 150, 160. So if you hop over to the charts, it is down a lot. It's just, it goes down, 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 skyrockets, and then goes way down again. I think that's mostly because he's kind of inconsistent. He's still a great player. He has streaks, I feel like. So I would buy this card for, let's see, none of these. If you could get the card for possibly 130, I think that's a good deal for the PSA 10 first Sapphire. Hold on to it until he goes on a streak and track him every day. And if he hits a streak, sell immediately because people will look for the card. He's a top guy. You will never have a problem selling someone who's a top player. So, like, for example, if you have a Trout card, almost no matter what it is, you won't have a problem selling it. If you have someone like, I don't know, let's see, Michael Chavis, I know he's a better guy, just random guy I can think of. It's going to be a lot harder to sell, but like I said, Trout, Cunha, Soto, top prospects, they will sell. So I'd hop on the Corbin Carroll train, and I'd hold on to this for a couple weeks and then sell it. So that's my prediction with Corbin Carroll. We'll see how it goes at the end of the week. Let's hop on to our last guy. Please, Jordan. We're going to look at his first Bowman Sapphire, similar to the Corbin Carroll one. This one's actually really cool. I have it in person, and I will show you right now why I would buy this immediately. Actually, I haven't looked at this for myself, so we're going to look at the raw just because it's what I have and see how accurate it seems to be. Look at this right here. For his raw first Sapphire card, one sold for $14, $3, $15, $20, and then that's not the same one, but it looks like 14, 14, and 20. That is crazy low for a first Sapphire. Personally, I don't usually share what I buy stuff for. I bought this Sapphire card for $30 a couple months ago, and it was what all the comps were going for, and it's down. So you can see, let's see, I bought it before this date, so you can see I bought it right before it dropped. Kind of unlucky there, but you can see it's starting to trend back up after he was the player of the week. What I would do with this card is buy immediately while it's at $14 and wait, see if he can keep on his streak of what he's doing and be one of these guys to be able to sell when it's going for about $30 or something. So again, I believe it's a good investment to sell this guy as soon as he hits double A, triple A, or whatever. Or even with all these cheap cards, I know this isn't the same card. We'll actually hop over to eBay real quick. We'll look at this one real quick. It's sold. If you could get 50 of these for $2 and hold on to them, just put them in a safe or something. I know people do that so they're not tempted to sell. Say you get 50 of these for $1 or $2 each right now. If you hold on to it for a couple years, when he's in the majors, I bet this card will be going for a lot more and you'll make a lot of money. That's sometimes what I like to do is buy in bulk, and it will be so much easier to get a deal, so much easier to sell, and all that stuff. So I think that's going to be it for the video. Make sure you guys comment what you think. Stick around for the prospect recap on Friday or whenever I get that up. This is probably going to be the only video I have until the end of the week. Pretty busy this week, so it's going to be fun, though, to recap these guys, see how they're doing, and I'm super excited. It's currently the start of July, so we're going to do our first ever end-of-the-month recap at the end of the month, see how I do. Currently, I'm 4-6 on my predictions, so let's see how it goes. Good luck if you guys buy into these guys, and I'll see you guys next video.